President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, say the summit could go ahead as planned. And also we discuss about President Trump saying that the G20 summit don't turn the G100. He said the South African government include more than 60 other countries for participate in the G20 summit, which gets for happen in South Africa, Johannesburg this month. This and many more on the Epic Morning Show today. Stay with us. Okay, so let's talk about leadership. Where many can say, will you be a leader? Now God don't make it on leaders, so not kick him with your left foot. I mean, leadership not the ability for guide, influence, and of course inspire people towards achieving a shared goal. Now, leadership, where you get leadership, not just about holding positions or authority. It is about your personal vision, your responsibility, integrity, and the ability, of course, for bringing people together. Now, these are the key qualities of being a good leader. A good leader always gets a vision. I mean, a leader forgets a clear idea of the group where they head, they go towards, and of course a vision for come with your ambitions which you want to achieve. And of course, a good leader also gets integrity, honesty, transparency, and very consistent in the things way they do. A good leader also gets the listen from people and where it is served. Of course, the communications between the people where it is served are very, very clear. And lastly, a good leader gets emotional intelligence, understand people and feelings and of course help for motivate them at a time where they face difficulties. This is the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. This is we around the world on myepiconline.com, choicefm.com, Radio Garden. My name is Usman Ibrahim. Hello, good morning, Sierra Leone.
DJ Carlos.
Don't tell her my family are the biggest son. Them just a follow $50 cause them full of their child. Make me tell you what I want because me are the leader. Them a just follow. Me are the leader. Them a just follow. Me are the leader. Them a just follow. Enough of them a run them out like Okada. Me are the leader. Them a just follow. Me are the leader. Them a just follow. Me are the leader. Them a just follow. Enough of them a run them out like Okada. Me not the leader on this musical evolution. From the step when we take over like revolution. If music having problems is in a solution. From Genesis to Revelation. From long time when we make me entry. Plenty hit song for me documentary. No but to talk when I check me CV. I want back to back me house full of trophies. When they dance me around things super classic. Everybody bubble when the speaker blasting. And in the ear everybody shouting. DJ Carlos repeat that thing. Me are the leader, them a just follow. Me not the leader, them a just follow. Me are the leader, them a just follow. Enough of them a run them out like Okada. Me is
life, so full of daylight, getting lost in new cities.
Are you a graduate looking for a world-class master's degree? The Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Scholarship offers graduates a fully funded chance to study across Europe at top universities. Applications open in October with deadlines in January. Choose from a wide range of master's programs in engineering, technology, law, health, arts, social sciences, and many more. Here is how to apply. Visit the official Erasmus Mundus catalog online, select your program, prepare your documents and apply directly through the program's website. Don't miss this life-changing opportunity. This is your moment. Study, grow and connect across cultures. Erasmus Mundus. Inspire, apply, achieve. Funded by the European Union.
I can't wait.
You see block now? This now a brand new keke. Yes, so Bokuso Bakaiba them don't boss. Oge don't Punado, the mega campaign all over the country. Hey, yes, just dial star 500 hash and buy top up and talk Boku and
Epic
continue for
Radio.
the talk. Or dial hash 144 hash and pay with orange money and stand chance for win. Super prize them every week like Solar Kids, Okada, Generator, and every month one person will win keke. Orange they give you the power for build your life, support your family, and better your community. You self can live this Sober Kaiba life. Orange and orange money, the most rewarding, exciting, and connected brand na salon.
Well, you're highly welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and of course, you can listen to me around the world on myepiconline.com. Well, my name now is Usman Ibrahim Mara, and today again we review the biggest international stories of the week. But first off, the latest world news now. The French President Emmanuel Macron is visiting several African countries this week as France looks to rebuild its relationship with the African continent. Now, he began his trip to Mauritius to strengthen cooperation with nearby French territories before heading to South Africa for a G20 summit that the United States is boycotting. And Macron is also hoping to meet Algeria's president to ease tensions between the two countries. His final stop will be in Gabon, where he will hold talks with President Brice Oligui Nguema following the country's recent political transition. A Nigerian court has convicted separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu on terrorism charges, and the judge ruled that broadcasts by Kanu and directives from the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, helped trigger deadly attacks in southeastern Nigeria. Kanu, who has been in custody since 2021, refused to present a defense. His lawyer says that he will appeal the ruling, which comes at a time of continued tension in a region still shaped by memories of the war. Nigeria's anti-corruption agency says Africa loses more than $50 billion every year to illicit financial flows. The ICPC says the money lost through tax evasions, corruption, illegal mining, wildlife trafficking, and cyber crimes is depriving countries of funds needed for schools and hospitals. Investigators say some multinational companies have inflated their cost to avoid taxes, while dishonest officials have diverted public money through ghost workers scheme and multiple bank accounts across Africa. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, at least 64 people are missing after a boat carrying around 120 passengers capsized off the Sankuru River in the Kassia province. Rescuers say that they saved 56 people so far. Authorities say boat accidents are becoming more common across the DRC as many residents rely on overcrowded wooden vessels that lack life jackets and often travel at night, making rescue efforts more difficult. Mexico's Fatima Bush have been crowned Miss Universe 2025 after a competition marred by controversy. Bush, a 25-year-old humanitarian worker, became a fan favorite after she was publicly betrayed by Thai pageant director, prompting other contestants to walk out in protest. Thailand's Pavir Singh was the first runner-up, with Venezuela, the Philippines, and Ivory Coast also finishing in the top 5. The pageant featured contestants from 120 countries and was hosted in Thailand, one of Asia's biggest pageant markets. Now, in the Middle East, Israeli attacks in Gaza have killed at least 32 Palestinians, including women and children. The Israeli military says it's launched the attacks after gunfire from Hamas fighters in Khan Yunis in central Gaza, which Israel says violates the current ceasefire. Hamas has denied the claims and described the strikes as a dangerous escalation. The latest casualties bring the number of Palestinians killed since the ceasefire took effect, more than 300. Israel also carried out strikes on what it's called Hezbollah targets, Hezbollah weapon sites in southern Lebanon over the past week. I still there with the Epic Morning Show now on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. On Epic Radio 99.3 FM, listen to me around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM, and Radio Garden. My name now Usman Ibrahim Marathi again. The biggest international stories. Of course, President Julius Maada Bio begets for chair a meeting, a UN Security Council meeting in New York. As Salon, of course, we know say this month of November, Salon, the president of the UN Security Council, and has been the president. President Bio gets for chair, of course, a UN Security Council meeting. We see after the resolution, we see after a chair, we see the United States, of course, be votes for a draft resolution on the ceasefire and future of Gaza. That many don't say. Many people for congratulate President Julius Maada Bio for him. I mean, we've seen the president being a strong advocate for justice around the world, of course, advocating for an end to the brutal wars around the world, from Gaza to Sudan to other countries. Then President Julius Maada Bio, we don't see publicly condemn the Israeli government, say of course Israel commit genocide in Gaza, and of course call for an end to the brutal civil war in Sudan. We don't cause the world's most powerful, most dangerous humanitarian crisis. Of course, we will look into plus also the DRC, M23 rebel fighters and the government don't sign a peace deal in Qatar for end the years of fighting in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. And of course, Nnamdi Kanu, we see the judiciary in Nigeria begins to convict Nnamdi Kanu to life sentence. We go look at what lawyers them say. Lawyers them, of course, over the past year, though they say they push forward for make sure say the case against Nnamdi Kanu, the rebel leader, be dropped. This and many more we will discuss today in the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
Hey Maria, I see say you give small mark soft drink back. You know say you get so sugar, eh?
I know, but he asked for friend drink where he like. What's in again I go able giam?
You don't try Sierra juice. Now you know mommy they give me picking them. You no get better sugar or you compare them to the other juice. In fact, na natural thing them they use for make them, we flop with thing them where they nourish the body, and that's the help for make picking grow fine.
Talk true. I'm glad if you hear this so, but now the body no more is good for, or is sweet na mouth?
Me sister, is sweet. Say, make I tell you the best part. Sierra juice they support to local economy. As na Salonia then they get all the thing them where they use for make the juice. It better for we picking them and we come free.
Wow, I know we know all this. At the beginning, Max Sierra juice one time. Also, I go able know more about them.
Now for check the research lab, they don't do all their studies for back 'em up. Sierra juice now the smart and healthy choice for picking them.
For more information, call 077 600 000. Sierra juice, the taste of Salon.
If you look for best betting experience, register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side day, we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet, try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them, like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office the Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call on a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Okay, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Introducing Mulku Bangura. Sir, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Usman. Thank you. How are you?
Okay, I want for me to start off with Nandi Kanu in trial. Of course, we know see over the past since 2021, it on the under police custody. Of course, they face charges. They say if they call for make them move in trial to Usai, they accuse them for commit the crimes them. That's of course we see they not do at all, and now being convicted to life imprisonment.
So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as he is fondly called, is somewhat of a controversial character. So for Uda did not know, Nnamdi Kanu, he is considered as the leader of the of the IBPO, and this is kind of like a militia group or a group where they try for secede or lead the secession of the Biafra region in Nigeria, and he's purported to be the leader of the armed group there. And so this is who he is, and for quite some time that Biafra region there has been an issue of concern. Of course, we know about the war between, in the 60s and 70s, we see up to 1 million people, we lost their life. Not a Biafra region. That was a very bitter war, and I am certain the Nigerian government, right, is preventing an uprising of any other leader. So they want to set an example. They set an example in the 60s and 70s, not a Biafra region day. So they want to actually make sure anybody else will sit down and think, say, okay, well, it can carry on with waiting Nnamdi they do, not for even think twice about it. So they want to set an example. In fact, you saw that they even pushed for the death penalty. But I think the Supreme Court or somebody somewhere objected and said, no, we don't go back to that side. Let's give him, life sentence, four times life sentence. And so that's exactly what they do. But we all know, it's a fact that whole the judicial system and the way they carry out the judgment was, I'm going to call him like a kangaroo court. Basically, when they arrested him first in 2015, then bill him. And after them bill him, now he gone away, come out, he go travel out of the country, he go. And then later on, then Kitchener, Kenya. In Kitchener, Kenya, the Nigerian government forced the hand of Kenya and say, me man, una expedite this guy. Now, we need him. It's like can we country, like can face trials. And so that's exactly what happened. And then the expediter him and bring him come. Was it official? Who knows? It's still hung up in the air. That is something the Kenyan government gave an answer to. And then Mbinga come, and then from then he's been in custody whilst they try for try. But let's establish a fact. The Biafra region are one of the most oil resource rich region in Nigeria. I think they basically like the center of the military the resources, the mineral resources. And for some time the Igbo people don't feel, well, most of them, I don't speak for the all, most of them don't feel neglected by the central government. And if the Igbo people,
but why? Why do you think?
So when Nigeria if you read the history of Nigeria, after they get their independence, you find out say Nigeria was fractured, but that was, I would say, I'm always towing the line of Melvin. This was a colonial fracture. This was a colonial sponsored fracture, and so Nigeria fractured. You get the Yoruba, which completely then dominates the West. You get the Hausa, we then dominate the North, and then you get the Igbo, we basically then take the East and northeast of Nigeria,
and that's not where Nandi Kanu be in group they call for independence.
Yeah, and it can't happen. Say that northeast side actually is the oil rich mineral side. It's like that they an oil day, and They can't. Nigeria as a country, as a nation, cannot afford for lose Biafra region and let them become independent. Then, which means they don't lose control of the natural resources, society, most of the revenue they come from, and that can cause Nigeria economy for fall. So if you look at it's all just about economics and preserving, outside the money they come, outside the natural resources they come, outside the big revenue they come, so that's not going to happen.
But you think say the Igbo dominated that part of the southeastern, the eastern part of the country, Usai Nandi Kanu with the try for group the push forward, forget independence. So we think it's popular. I mean, the sentiments, the people are very popular of the opinion for say them forget independence.
Yes, but you know one thing, we humans are very unique people. We humans, we are very, very unique. In as much as he's pushing for the the independence of that region, you go surprise you for noticing not to everybody, not to every Igbo they support him. Even though he has the popular support, I mean, majority of the Igbo feel like.
I want to understand. I want to believe for say again the Igbo population in Nigeria, they're mostly of Christians. Huh?
Yeah, they're Christians.
And at the time we say the world, they look forward, they send their attention to Nigeria.
Yeah.
After President Trump, they alleged this alleged persecution of Christians.
But it's not more so of the Igbo people being prosecuted. It's more of economic benefit. So, for instance, let's bring it home. Kono, now most of the diamonds they come out. It's no secret, right? But if you look at Kono economically, Kono is not a booming economy. Kono is suffering. I mean, if you look for a lack of better word, Kono is sinking, right? So. And the Kono people are not benefiting. So if the Kono people in this are waiting, who want independence? We secede from Sierra Leone, we make we own federal state, or we make we own statehood Republic of Kono. This is exactly what's happening because the Kono people are saying we aren't benefiting. That's exactly, it's similar to it in
But we've seen the same happen in South Sudan and Sudan, for example. Even though South Sudan partitioned, we see South Sudan economy is still not better off than Sudan.
I agree with you. That's the problem. That's where the problem is. When it comes to power sharing, we Africans, we gluttonous, we greedy, we most of the leaders and most of these militia leaders, if you look at the objective, they look out this big, beautiful objective, say, okay, this is what we want to do. But once you gain power, and then their eyes open to the resources that is available to them, then the greed kicks in. Then they want to own everything to themselves, and that's where the problem is. Now everything is lost in translation, and now the West can exploit that thing there. So I mean, but I feel like Nnamdi is kind of like a martyr. He's going to be he's regarded highly by his people, and the people are definitely going to regard him as still a martyr for their cause.
Lawyers them say they will appeal this ruling. You think there's any possibilities for Nnamdi to make it be a free man in the future?
No. My fear is my greatest fear is, they can say if you cut off the head of the snake, then that's the whole thing. That's the saying, say cut off the head of the snake. But if we don't see a war break out in that Biafra region, costing the lives of 1 million people, and few years down the line, we see Nnamdi rise up of somebody will take up the torch and say, let's continue this secession. There's definitely going to be another person coming up after Nnamdi. The problem still exists, and Nigerian government, they focus, they get their job cut out for them, for see how best they can compromise and negotiate with the people, the Igbo people. Let themselves begin benefit from whatever is coming out of the land. This is the problem with Africa, right? Can take, and the people the way they did, not you feel the benefits. The complaint is all of this, now the Yorubas and the Nigerian. This is the biggest issues. All of this, now the Yoruba and Nigeria. If you look at what's happening at the north, the Hausas, right? I mean, it's huge. Now, agriculture, big yonder. They focus more on agriculture, farming. How they call this thing? Cattle rearing, livestock. It's huge. Everybody's benefiting. It's rich in trade in that northern side, and the people are actually they are developing. They are enjoying it. Okay, so if minerals come out from this side, from the northeast and the east. Why does self not go benefit from them, but instead we see more of poverty, we see more of suffering, more of anger, more of hunger, and depression that region. And all they're asking for is include us. Whatever it is, let's have our own fair share. Not that they can take and go, and left wing no more like that. That's what they are appealing to the Nigerian government. So my point is, and the pain point is still going to be there unless they do something about it, unless they really try to meet with the Igbo people, see how best they can negotiate with them, compromise with them, and let them say begin benefit and enjoy from whatever is coming from the region.
Well, we'll talk about the G20 summit we get to happen now. South Africa's Johannesburg. I mean, President Trump a few days ago make remarks that say the G20 summit don't turn the G100 summit instead. It's because the South African government where they host this sort of summit this year, they'll actually invite many other countries, them poor countries, let me say where America gets for the head of the G20 after South Africa, then go get much more fewer participants than participating at the G20. What do you make of what gets what happen?
Well, you know me stands against Trump. But Trump is a very the guy. I mean, okay. So the G20 is a group of 20 countries. Well, then call on 20 countries, but one of the 19 countries employs the European Union. We make on 20, and then decide for form a G20 because I mean they get their own objective. They feel like the objective, is more focused, is more laser focused than the UN. My thing is, I not be seeing it. If we have a United Nations, I don't see the need for go from G20. Now we don't get G7, we get G8. I mean, it's a lot, man. Too many G's. So Trump in take, of course, the G20 is hosted, in South Africa, and Trump in small issues where we get with Cyril Ramaphosa earlier this year, where Trump the purport say, white Africans are actually, being targeted, and they take them, land them, they kill them, and stuff like that, and so. And Seal basically counter that report today, and that not go down well with Trump. Trump never forgets. Trump Trump does not forget. He's the kind of guy who basically once playing ball, do what he say, it's gonna come for you, and we see what to do to all the haters and all the people away maybe they against them in right now in your own country. So it's not a secret. It's not auto secret say Trump not get good relationship with Cyril Ramaphosa. That's number one. Number two, Trump is hypocritical for even say that, right? Argentina, Conade, near to the under.
Almost they hosted the last summit.
They are almost bankrupt. Trump bailed them out. Trump gave them 20 billion, and he's going to give them another 20 billion, right? For bail Argentina out because they are almost the country as a whole is sinking, right? And if you say, oh, it's hosted by don't call poor countries, why you not call Argentina when a poor country, when a key representative of the G20? It's hypocritical for even say that because of Africa and can host them. And you can tell his rhetoric about Africa. You can tell he does not respect Africa. He doesn't want anything to do with Africa. And for Kana, so for Cam, I don't feel safe for anybody. As far as I'm concerned, he's the end all and be all in any Africa. If not be Qatar, if not be UAE, if not be Saudi or wherever they host us, you can't see him speed for good. But once now Africa, he does not care. He does not even want. He don't even participate. And even if they participate, respect the group, right? Send the representative, make them kind of the group, let them sit down and discuss because they are actually going to discuss critical issues, right?
I mean, not President Trump will go skip this summit this year. The Chinese President Xi Jinping say he also will skip because he cuts down on international travel. So the two most powerful men in the world not go attend.
It's not a good sight for Africa. It's not a good
or for the G20.
It's not a good optics for Africa or for the G20. And I'm fearful of that. Look, one of the issues when Atuma, I think they start. One of the issues they were going to discuss was this issue of trying to really help Africa in terms of debt relief. And Trump is a businessman. If you follow the life of Trump, the entrepreneurial journey, he does not believe in debt relief. He does not believe in free gifts. No, for Trump, you have to work for everything it has to be.
We still
it's like a quid pro quo.
We still see under in leadership, Salon go gets, according to the government of Salon, the government in America, the United States, to approve the MCC Compact Energy Grant, where the government say they come free of charge.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he's a businessman. He believes in quid pro quo. Let me tell you something. Oh, by the way, I congratulate Trump for that, because as far as I'm concerned, as a nation, as a citizen of Sierra Leone, I'm very, very proud. The U.S. government, through the Department of International Financial Cooperation, then they invest currently right now, they don't invest up to $700 million, right? And I'm telling you this because this is a fact. 420 million on the Nant Power Project. They're building a combined cycle power plant, the first independent power plant in Sierra Leone, where they can power this country 108 megawatts of power, then they can supply, where they can get the first gas power plant built Nakisi Dockyard right now. The construction is ongoing and it's so speedy, and that's basically funded by the IDFC and the ECOWAS Bank for International Development, and they fund now and day. So in addition,
is it transactional too?
So that's actually it's like a PPP, right? A public-private partnership. So basically, the U.S. government fund a business, an independent business owned by Karim Nassar, TCQ, and Energy together. Then they say, okay, I lent with this money, let's build this power plant, and then the TCQ Energy decide to come into Salon government. Do you want to give you this space? Let's partner. We build this power plant for 25 years. After 25 years. With a good this power plant. When I will just give you about 25 years, don't make money.
Talking about that, you see the other time under Ambassador Brian Hunt, this US company Acro be signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Salone for build the Lunge Bridge. Any updates on that?
No, I haven't heard anything. I actually follow Acro on LinkedIn. I follow them page, and I actually follow them closely for see how that's going. But it's quiet still. It's dark still. Look, the Lunge Bridge is not an easy infrastructure. Funding infrastructure construction can be very expensive, and it's a risky thing. So that's actually something they were going to discuss. Sierra Leone and other West African nations is considered a risky country for loan money to, because of the political instability, because of the inflation, because of the economic situation, because of other reasons. We are considered as a risky nation. And so usually, when any country they loan we money, not to grant to loan we money, what they do for avert the risk or for reduce and minimize the risk, then they add pan the interest rate what they pay back to these for pay back the loan. Usually, it's not a good thing for you. If they add per the interest rate, per the money where we pay back, we will pay that money for years to come because of the money actually unstable. And then people and the way they give the money, right? And the money,
just
the money
like
they want back.
We've seen the toll gate fees.
Yes,
over
so
the years.
it's always a risk, okay? But waiting will they actually plead for? We then for we don't go discuss now the G20, right? Is to say, can we come to the table back and look at how can we make these countries less risk averse, okay, and reduce the interest rates where then country get for pay back some of their loans there to now we lend the money. So that's why I say kudos to Karim Nassar and in team and Energy for able to pull this off for get money from the US government over $420 million, right, as a loan in this risky country. So that's something huge way the DFC they do. In addition, with the grant scam, the grant will not go for payback because over $400 million grant. In total, DFC will not invest $1 billion now this country by next year.
We're getting to the G20 summit. I mean, we see the government, South African government, actually invites regional leaders, regional groups, and what do you think say that the message that they send? I mean, including some of the African regions representatives into the G20.
In what sense? Because I'm sure definitely they have to invite regional leaders, and from my own perspective, I think you get for sure solidarity. We get for sure collaboration. We get for sure they're coming. Imagine they formed the G20 I think in 1999, right? And this is the first time they can Africa. Why did it take so long for letting can Africa? Why Africa is so left behind all the time? Why? Since 1999?
We get an African country in the G20 before South Africa?
No. And imagine.
But that explains
only
why.
South Africa. But why are we left out? That's the problem. Why are we left out?
Because then we see Africa underdeveloped.
See,
how many African countries we able for it among the 20 most powerful countries around the world?
Nigeria is there. Nigeria has been. Nigeria has been Nigeria. I don't begin optimistic. Egypt is there, right? South Africa is there, right? The BRIC nation. When they actually coined our the BRIC nation, I think it was around 2009, 2008 when they coined the BRIC nation. Why South Africa no make an early At that time, they inside the G20. Why Nigeria not make any? Why Egypt? These are all countries with buoyant economy. Mauritius, no, don't forget. Mauritius is a buoyant economy. They have a buoyant economy. It's a rich and wealthy country, wealthy nation. Why they will not see them there? We are being left out. For some reason, I don't know why. We as Africans, we they allow these people for treat we how they want. And give you the hand then give you a hand when they feel like, and with a gladly back and accept them. No, this is the hour and this is the time for us to start asking questions. Just like what President Bill said in his speech, we don't look for sympathy anymore. We are looking for partnership. I love that line in that speech, right? We don't look for sympathy anymore. It's about time.
President Bill said that.
Yes, he said that
in Salone, the country we live in. I mean, most of the projects, according to the Minister of Agriculture, with regards to these projects, he say because the projects stop, why the projects stop, because international what them depend on actually comes. And 40% of the money they receive for carry out the project with regards to the feed.
I am telling you, if they probe well, if they ask well, you know how them project and they work like, right? So they have what's called I've forgotten the term now, but if anybody they give you money for roll out a project, okay, when it now by tranches, now in tranches they send the money, and when they send the first tranche, they send out with certain conditions. You have to fulfill those conditions. You have to meet all those requirements. You have to send reports. You have to send you have to reconcile how you spend the money. All that financial reports it has to go before, right? When they look at them, then sit down, look at them, examine them before they send the second tranche.
The point here, Mulkuna, that even as President Bill internationally, they say Africa not go wait any longer. Africa not need una for move forward.
No. He said Africa don't need sympathy. Africa need partnership.
Well, even as that, Salone still beg for international loans then for develop we own country.
Yeah, but it has to be in the form of a partnership. Not to like not sorry for me. You understand what I mean? Not sorry for me. Let's partner together. It's a quid pro quo. Come and develop my country. I give you something, but it has to be equal benefit. And waiting President Bill actually they try for do so. It is try for tell the West say, una stop for look like we are a nation of handouts or a continent of handouts.
Now that's why make the government they big for MCC Compact Energy grant free of charge. Not to partnership, by the way. It's just free of charge.
Okay, well no. But they gave a condition. This now we not ask the US government. The US government say we're going to have this MCC. We create MCC. We're looking at Africa. We want to help you guys meet these requirements, and we're giving us this money. We need the money.
We make the government even the country even bend the rules them constitution. They go change some rules them in the constitution. For example, the electoral rules them from 55%, they're going to put an out to 50%. So because of international grant from another foreign country, we get for bend we own constitution.
Yeah. If that grant is going to see and solve 70 to 80% off with distribution, off with transmission, and off with national grid, with infrastructure, with national infrastructure of power, then definitely that's something I can do. That's something definitely worth doing. And as a grant, then we're not going to pay back any money. We need to give back anything. Now grant. Now then say then they give we the grant if we meet certain requirements, certain conditions. But I get what you they say. But what exactly President Bill they say? Now look at me and say they can't give you money. Let it be if you study the MCC grant. MCC not to facilitate they give you money to any Sierra Leone government or to anybody in Sierra Leone. No, MCC is coming here. They are going to set up, and then that money is going to be broken down into the task, into the jobs that they're going to do. They're going to bring in companies, professionals, right, that are going to be here in this country, okay, and then they actually start resolving all retransmission issues, all redistribution issues. They're going to fix all our meters, fix all our poles, and all of this is going to come from now. Then say the kaya, not to that money, not to Salone government forget that money. Then they get about Sierra Leone. So if that's the condition for letting can solve that problem, but we only done because we struggle with lights and this country. We infrastructure don't old as the world itself. So that's a small price to pay. But it has to change from grant to partnership. That's exactly what President Bill is saying.
Okay, so the DRC government and the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel fighters group don't sign, of course, a peace deal in Qatar on Saturday, just last week, for bring the years-long fighting to an end. Of course, we see the M23 rebel group. We don't see lots of parts of them in the eastern city of Goma in the DRC. Qatar and the United States announced this comprehensive deal in Doha, Qatar on Saturday. So what do you make of
it's a comprehensive deal. Okay, so we've seen deals that have collapsed, in the past. President Trump, broke a deal between, the IRC and it's fun that we say Rwanda. But Rwanda don't actually deny any involvement in that war. We see the rise of proxies. Of course, we know M23 is sponsored by, Kagame. That is not a secret. We don't see that. But I think it goes beyond just what you really see. That war did not become a war of territory and a war of mineral resources, right? Currently, the rebel faction, M23 captured Goma and what other countries in the city in the east, and it is reported that city is basically where the large deposits of coltan lay. And we all know coltan is the resources, basically like a rare earth mineral. If I will say that. It's basically one of the mineral resource that is on every electronic device in the world, right? So it's a sought after mineral. So is it possible for make them give up that territory there and say, okay, well, we come on, so we are yet to see that. But I let's hope because the DRC is actually going through, an adverse humanitarian crisis. Serious, it's a devastating humanitarian crisis. People are dying every day.
Even as the country, the richest country in the world, they camp on mineral resources.
Yes, and the worst part, citizens have been targeted. Ordinary citizens have been targeted. They have been killed for nothing, all because they want for let them become a threat. For let them able for mine these mineral resources. So let's hope that this peace deal stands. 4 months ago, they signed the peace deal, and according to them, they say it was a forced peace deal. The way the old peace deal go wasn't correct. They felt like they were their hands were forced. President Trump rushed the whole thing, and then what happened? They broke the deal. Few weeks after, they broke the deal and said, no, we need to take this nonsense. Then went back into killing innocent people. And why is Kagame not wanted by the ICC for crime against humanity?
Because it hasn't been proven yet.
Yeah, but see, this is the hypocrisy in this dunya. This dunya, we hypocrite. There are evidences showing and proving that if they follow the money, then do proper research, they would see the hand or to the 10 toes and 10 fingers of Kagame sponsoring the M23, invading another country. It's basically like what would they see now? It's like the Hamas. It's like the ISIS. It's like the Boko Harams. These are all proxies for countries and way one foresee nations they become unstable. It's the same thing, Kagame, the same playbook where America they use, the same playbook where Iran they use, the same playbook where Israel they use, the same playbook where Russia they use. It's the same playbook Kagame is using for killing the people of the DRC, all because of waiting. Just Kagame is still hot by that 1994 genocide of people in the Tutsis, right? The FDLR is mainly compromised of the Hutus, right? And because now they were on our way go na the DRC Congo. So now the DRC is suffering all because of proximity, because they're closer, because the people in Rwanda go there, and so the whole nation has been held on a standstill, all because of Hutus and go there. And you, as my neighbor, wait for protect me territory, right? You actually they facilitate the war. If the Hutus don't want away go there, what's in them for grab them? What's in Kagame be want? Let them grab them. Let them say una come on so. No. International law they allow themselves in the first place. If somebody won't can country for embrace her, if you accept them, if you allow them, once a refugee, right? They came in as refugees. So now he's going after them using the M23 and then killing people and by association they kill innocent civilians. I mean, I feel like somebody has to speak up.
For lack of better word, the thief minerals from the DRC.
Exactly. What in the AU they do about this? What in the United Nations they do about it? What in the ICC they do about it? Which evidence again they want to wait for? They want to wait until he starts gassing people to death before they call on to wait. See what happened in Kosovo, right? The ethnic cleansing with this guy the former leader. I've forgotten his name now. Right, he did the ethnic cleansing, gassing a whole set of people. It's basically the same thing he's doing. It's like ethnic cleansing, killing the FDLR. We mostly compromise of Hutus. I feel like somebody has to speak up. These people are suffering, they are dying, and then they use tactics like starvation for starve them. And it's not right. So somebody, Kagame don't know for the celebrate time again. He has to be seen as somebody that is going against the Ubuntu, right? The Ubuntu policy, the Ubuntu and the way Africans stand for. He's not. Right now, he's not doing that. So for me, I feel like something has to be done.
In as much as the president to do this, I mean, in country, Rwanda, very popular. Yes. In the last election, he win about 98% of the votes.
He is, because what he don't do now, he don't ensure, say, in tribe, right, the Tutsis, not in basically, not in mostly, not in enjoy right now in the country, right? If you look at in power structure, even though yes, according to the TRC, I understand that there has to be, I think the for part of the agreement was the Hutus themselves for benefit from whatever it is, because that was exactly what caused the genocide when the Hutus then had them be in power and had been enjoy the resources and everything. Now he's basically doing the same thing, even though so it don't create fear in the people now. They don't fear that, they don't scare them. Okay, and now he's doing that. I'm not saying it's not working.
They possibly be said and see as a freedom fighter.
Yes.
They possibly don't build Rwanda after the brutal genocide. They gear towards moving the country to another conflict.
It's basically oppressing the Hutus, and you're undoing your own doing. That's exactly what he's currently doing right now. He's basically undoing his own doing. So if you don't come, you don't try for bring the country together. Why they can't be Mandela? Why now one great Mandela again at this Africa? Why now one great Mandela again? For saying now one great person now go come, unite, right? Two factions and say I they rule one term and at the left I they go, but I'm going to leave a legacy. I'm going to leave a structure. I'm going to leave a policy, a system. Usai somebody will come, take over after me and continue me work. Whilst I will sit down and be consulting and going around and talking. Now, one game Mandela again at this entire Africa, no, it's not possible. Kagame has to lead by example, and he's not doing that at the moment.
Okay, so Tuesday, November 17 this year, just early this week, President Julius Maada Bio gets for chair the UN Security Council meeting, of course, on threats to international peace and security, conflict-related food insecurity. Of course, as we all know, Salon are the president of the UN Security Council for the month of November. Very well clear for also Salon go the part of the UN Security Council next year, as we end with 2-year term as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council in December, going to be replaced by Liberia next year. Of course, President Julius Maada Bio also talk a lot about the wars them would carry on around the world. Talk about, for example, the conflict will happen in Gaza, Sudan, to Haiti, the Sahel countries. Them also talk about the Ukraine conflict. Them say people where they live in these war-torn areas. Them no deserve for be food insecure. We make you also stress on the Feed Salon agenda. We say now the future with regards to the push towards human capital development. President Bio, of course, talking also about in role as chairman of ECOWAS, we say one of his central responsibilities them now for integrate food security into peace building at the Sahel.
Yeah, I mean, that session was a great session. Congratulations to Sierra Leone. And it was a proper session, and I want to say congratulations also to a colleague, to an acquaintance, and I don't call him a friend, Michael Imran Kanu, as he also led one of the sessions as well. And so I think President Bio in statements were clear. He called starvation a crime.
Yes.
They say they see countries in the use starvation
as a weapon of war.
And he also highlighted and that this has to stop, and the world for do something about it, which I entirely agree. I mean, we saw what happened in Israel and Gaza, where actually Israel made a stop aid coming into Gaza, into the Gaza Strip. They actually go and attack the boats.
The flotilla.
Yes,
the Sumad flotilla.
Exactly, the flotilla. This climate change advocate was part of those that were actually arrested. Forgotten her name now. Greta Thunberg.
Yes,
she was part of the one that wouldn't be arrested. And within that mean it's basically a ploy for when it's not a ploy, it's actually an active strategy for keep the Gaza people hungry and starve them to death. I mean, clearly, if you stop the aid coming in, then definitely that's what you're doing.
So we see Israelis them on social media where they say the government, the military actually do that as a war tactics for get the hostages them back.
Yeah, of course, these Israelis then go support. That's exactly what President Biyo is saying. See, they're actually using this as a and it's not a tactics, because that's basically violating the basic human rights of that person. You are basically seeing that person less as a human if you starve unto death. Why? Why do that?
Well, it also mentioned Sudan. He said that they use as a weapon of war. But you think whose faction you think they use them as a weapon of war? The Rapid Support Forces on the army?
No, clearly not the Rapid Support Forces, not to the army. The army, we've seen. If you don't research about this guy Hemeti. Hemeti that guy is a Satan incarnate. That guy is evil. If you research
Africa's
about
most
the
powerful
guy,
warlord,
he is evil. That man is an evil man. That man go wipe out a whole village, kill everybody, not even left dog. That man is a very evil man. So clearly you cannot. This is why the president the leader of the general in the African name now not trust him.
Abdel Fattah
not trust him. He does not trust him. He's an evil man. So clearly he is using that right for as a weapon for keep them people in the hungry and kill them all. He doesn't care. So President Biyo highlighted something that is really affecting people, and also talk about food insecurity. Which of course I found very interesting. Say food insecurity is a driver of conflict. I am happy that President Biyo highlighted that, because in Sierra Leone at the moment we are also experiencing food insecurity. This is not something we should shy away from.
According to a World Bank report, we see more than 80% of Sierra Leoneans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here at home, we are actually experiencing food insecurity according to the World Bank report. So President Biyo now, until you don't go on the world stage and don't call him actually is a threat, right, and a driver of conflict, I am happy that he realized that, and we dey wait for see the steps where he dey take for really resolve this food insecurity, and he has to take steps. I know say he gets feed salon as part of the project.
President Biyo saying a crime. You think he also commit crime at home?
No, well, I don't see the side we call him a crime, honestly. He calls starvation a crime, but food insecurity is not a driver of conflict. However, my point why they make is this: if it is a driver of conflict, then we are actually on the precipice of conflict. If we continue to stay hungry like this, he basically
for President Biyo,
yes, based on the word we use, based on the language we use. So I think President Biyo will come back and do a homework now this country as well. I know say get the feed salon we World Bank the sponsor heavily through the FSRP project, and also again other projects with the out and call ourselves that restaurant the planting under outside and call that place there Tomabom. And
for by the way, Tomabom projects, according to the Minister of Agriculture, he say less than 40% of the funding from international partners not come it at all,
because they siphon over $30 million. They could not report it clearly, and that's not the issue. Over $30 million case within a court. I don't know within a court ACC be arrested and bring the people into to book. We don't know. I don't know how far that story. I haven't followed, but from the last I heard, then call whomever to. So coming back to what I say now. So
what do you make of President Biyo in membership, salon membership over the past 2 years, nearly 2 years of the UN Security Council? I mean, it for create the impact we all be foresee.
2 years is not enough to create an impact. And UN, as a non-member of the UN Security Council.
I mean, advocating for peace and more.
Yeah, I mean, it's not enough. However, I think if you want for make me do a proper assessment, he did well. One, Sierra Leone now, I mean, at the world stage, then we'll start for take we seriously. Diplomatically, we are there. right? We get the non-yearly CC, we get assets in this country. And guess what? During these 2 years, we don't able broker deals them with serious development international corporations, countries in the world. You see US, they can't sign now. You see Britain, where they don't almost they pull back their resources, pull back their investments in. We see them they come back slowly. So I think he's done well to attract more eyes for Siri. However, in-house, in here, we have a lot to do with President Bio need for do before they left power. One, if for really strengthen political freedom, people need for CC the opposition gets voice for speak. He treats other people right the right way. He need for put certain policies now so for encourage. We are talking about democracy. If you don't want the international stage, you don't want to represent you there. Where you can at your country, make sure you are basically doing the work. You need just talk for talk's sake. Like I say, at least he's done well for advocates for some of the issues there. And you see what he do on this UN Security Council. He endorsed President Trump in 20 points deal. I mean, he had to do that because I mean, President Trump is investing over $1 billion in this country. So clearly, he has to do that, and he did that. You know, by endorsing the 20 points plan, right, for Gaza and Israel. Okay. So
the other time also he condemn America. I mean, indirectly condemn America. Say the countries them with they fund or the support of factions them in the conflicts in order to do the world anything good.
Now making a call in him. That's the beauty of diplomacy. You know, say America specifically because China is doing the same thing, Iran is doing the same thing.
China for conflicts.
I mean, we see China. They basically China and proxies. You cannot remove them. They sell weapons. The African nations there. They make weapons and they sell weapons. That's something you cannot hide from them. So you don't see them no more generally, but they are complicit. For instance, in 1994 Rwanda, the cutlass and the machetes they came from China. Now all one old container machete na China na then sell and give. You visit anybody no bother for ask why not they buy one container machete. Right? Why not what you one container machete for waiting? They came from China, so that they have been doing that, you know, by proxy, and they know what they do. So, like I say, these he has done well. He has done well. However, the impact and the change we hope for see definitely we cannot see that because now non-member
impact to the international stage.
Yeah, of course, he's a non-member until and unless Africa is made an African nation becomes a member.
Yeah, with regards to that, President Bio they push for 2 permanent seats for the African continent and for add 2 more non-permanent seats them for Africa. I mean, you know, achieve that. Yeah. As we go close to Salon term.
In 2 years, you cannot achieve that. And besides, you know, get the
but you think
leverage.
It don't create that sort of momentum for them.
He has. We don't get the leverage. In the international stage, in diplomacy, right? All these negotiations where you go to a room and go talk, you have to give up something. That's what diplomacy is all about. What are you willing to give? And it has to be equivalent value to which they give. President Bio cannot do that. However, what he capable of doing is advocating, which he has done loudly at the international stage. And we hope whomever they can after him, Liberia, they will carry the torch for continue for advocate loudly again with Liberia. I'm not sure anything ever happen.
And DRC.
When you want these things to happen, you know what you do? You go into partnership with powerful countries, powerful nations like the US. Get in bed with the US. I mean, get Trump on your side. Trump. It's impossible for let's say alone to get Trump on his side, right? That's it, because Trump does not play like that. Okay, if perhaps not be Biden and President Bio exploit that relationship, we could have had more power because what America has is the power to tell the UN and for say, okay, well, this man in advocacy. Now it's time for Africa to become a member of the UN Security Council. When you have that power backing you, then definitely you will see yourself succeeding.
Let's talk about the hurdles in achieving that vision with President Bio say in get. one country we go actually raise the alarm, we go raise concern, say, Africa no go get a permanent seat, we even me we bigger than all African nations, them and not get them. For example, India wants permanent seat at the UN Security Council, but not they will forget them. But if we can allow the African continent to get them, we be say India much more powerful than all other African countries, them. You don't think it's unfair to the Indians, them? Because China, you mentioned China not represent India at all.
Yeah. I mean, do you? The question go back to you. Are you? What's your thoughts about the relationship with President Modi and President Trump? Well, sorry, Prime Minister Modi and President Trump.
I don't strain as of recently.
And you hear what I say just now. China they mess with India. China practically they see India as the rising power, right? The next rising power. Because after China, when they don't reach the saturation point, everything is going to start going to India. Okay, so. And China, they fear Modi so much that they don't have to hand over that power over to India, and so they are very careful about walking that line.
China nobody in support of India.
Of course. So India is in a very precarious position. Not get good relationship with the US, not get good relationship with China. So they are in the middle, and so they mind them business. That's exactly what they are doing. They mind them business when they call in and goody until they consolidate them power to the position outside their self speak.
There are many countries. Example, Germany. Germany go on to get permanent seats in the UN Security Council.
But they are represented as European nations are represented. The EU is represented.
UN Security Council, 5 permanent members.
5, yes, but. Germany isn't Germany there?
Germany is not a part of the Security Council. We will have the United States, we have India, we have China, we have Russia. I think we have Britain. These 5 countries, them parts of the UN Security Council.
There?
India not there.
Yeah, India not there.
Okay, make a come again. We get America 1, China 2. We get Britain 3. We get Russia 4, and we get France. We make them 5. So clearly now we get more other powerful countries than we want to be part of the UN Security Council, but not get the chance. Not go be stiff opposition for make Africa get them.
So let us expand the membership. It's easy. Expand the membership. That's something they can do.
We go mean say decisions them go be very hard, complex to make the Security Council, because if we expand the membership and all these members them get veto powers, then of course we get more complications them in resolutions them.
But how can you make a decision for me, not stopping me? This is the problem. Them people and the way they make decisions for Africa, you don't know me, you don't know what I'm going through. You know me experience, but you are making decision for me because you get power for Sidonde. So expand them so that at least I will be represented. When somebody Sidonde, they make decisions for me, and also possibly look like me, possibly understand me, we go through my struggles, and I know say go represent me.
So you think say the African Union, the vision of faith for the Africans them. They get they represent the Africans them very well. All African countries.
The AU is playing outside the line. If you ask me, the AU is not playing. We not get. If I'm not mistaken, since the AU transformed to AU, now in that whole thing, the whole thing missing, right? Maybe since AU be better small. Now, not just these guys are not playing politics. These guys are they know what they mind their business. They are playing like they play. Then they play out. Then they play inside the line. Then they make them presence felt. They know another see representation like that. Right at the international stage, they are there and then just they make nice, play nice, make sweet now with the West and that kind of stuff. So they are playing outside the line as well.
The African Union until recently, where we get this contentious election, we happened at Tanzania just a few days, I think a day or two after the election, we announced President Samia Suluhu Hassan as the winner of the election, more than 98% of the votes. The African Union immediately congratulates him, even though there are allegations of human rights abuses.
Exactly.
Alleged killing of more than 1,000 Tanzanians in the protests.
Exactly.
What do you make of the silence we don't see from Mahmoud Ali Yusuf?
Like I say, clearly they are losing their teeth, they are losing their grit, they are losing their power. The AU is basically there just because of it's there. What is happening, now Ethiopia, the Equatorial, right?
Yeah, Addis Ababa.
What is happening now, Addis Ababa? Something is definitely going wrong now, Addis Ababa. Something is definitely happening, and they augur well for we as Africans, because see how strong the EU is, right? See how strong the UAE is. see how strong all these regional blocks are when they come together. I know they see the same with the AU. I know they see that economic push. I don't see like that consolidation. I don't see the presence. I don't feel the presence of the AU now Africa any longer.
Maybe not because the AU the operations, 40% of the operations them are being funded by other regional leaders them. I mean,
so
international partners.
The sickness where they actually impede ECOWAS,
even the AU is not independent.
The sickness where they impede ECOWAS is the same sickness where they impede AU. The dependency on a handout from US and European and the West, right? What thing they make these groups, these organizations powerful is the economic power, the economic push, right? The ability for raise money. Africa is rich. Africa is wealthy. Okay, I think the AU for understand this and start consolidating this wealth and making leaders them feel powerful and making leaders them feel like they are representing them. Try to get them. So first of all, we need to go back to the drawing board. Let we actually appoint a leader, the AU leader, where people elect, where appealing to people, where the African nations.
The AU votes for people they elect. I mean, this man, if you win the election from people that we actual votes them from member countries.
But clearly you can tell he's still struggling to consolidate his power and consolidate other countries, other nations from Africa for letting them work together. And that's the first step.
And that not be the reason we make many say them go vote him because they get these multilingual skills. They speak many languages.
It goes beyond just that.
Many other countries.
Knowing my language does not make you part of me. Right? It's basically within ethnographers that they do. Right? You're not part of me if you submit my language. No, you have to. It's like I said, the Ubuntu principle. You have to actually demonstrate it. And the second thing, that the most important thing after that, is able to consolidate economic power. Nigeria is wealthy. I mean, whatever it is. Egypt is super wealthy. You see the museum with them recently bill?
Yeah.
$20 billion. South Africa is extremely wealthy. They have buoyant economy. Mauritius is buoyant. I mean, other nations, we have growing nations right now. Ivory Coast is also, they have a very buoyant economy. I mean,
we make the vision very clear for ECOWAS, for example. They're going to launch the one currency by next year.
I mean, they don't put that in there for quite a while, and
it will help the region.
It will help, but you know what will really help the region first? Let them try for bill we roads them from Salo Yaso to Guinea to Ghana to Nigeria to Gabon. Let get road, let get interconnection. That's the first thing. Let it be easy. Let we easily interconnect. That's the first thing.
We not get to connect this.
I mean, some of the roads are still bad.
I mean, there are still people we will travel with on the road for going to Ghana.
But if you know the obstacle that they face, the bribery, the corruption, now that road day, you go pay before they take flight, you fly. Because you go spend past almost $100. They tip soldier man in na road. They tip military officers they corrupt, police officers they corrupt. So if they first of all establish the route, then clear all the nonsense and they at least limit the secure, or if they don't limit themselves, but at least basically have like a supervision. I mean, there's a proper accountability, proper supervision, allowing people freely for go. The problem is the world is not free, and then guess what? That road traveling day, they get reports of kidnapping. Right now, road. It's armed robbers that they actually stop trucks and kill people on the road. It's risky. So eliminate all those risks. If you travel, for instance, of course, I'll be the US. If you come up from New York, California, now state troopers are normally see where they patrol the state. So I'm saying, but if they find if you overspeed, they will stop you. You see out and call checkpoint. But where can Africa na yaso? Now the same thing. Where you go Europe, same thing. If you come out Holland, right? You the kind inside Spain or Belgium, right? You hardly see military people in na street to stop you. But na Salo yaso, where can Africa na yaso? For come on, Salon, go Ghana. You see pass 50 checkpoints. They all no money. The all money you pay there. So and that's a barrier. That's a barrier to trade. And guess what? Just let me land. Guess what? If you carry goods from Salon to Ghana, you don't go pay past $500. Would I visit for bear the cost?
The people who they focus
Exactly.
consumers them.
It
But
affects trade.
in Sierra Leone, the argument from the government are that we get a task force on drugs and substance abuse across the country. So
Yeah.
this crackdown, national crackdown, we need the military, we need the police,
Yes.
we need other security agencies them
Yeah.
for aid in the fight against drug trafficking into the country.
If they really want for fight drug trafficking, I've said this before. I posted on my Facebook. Follow the money. Hey, Salona, how old you? Usabi Yusuf, yeah?
Alright.
We know whether they stunt, whether become millionaire overnight, whether turn wealthy man overnight. Usabi. If them begin investigate those people, follow the money, then go begin get their back by them.
Right.
And guess what? You know the hypocrisy Paul is still broken to you? No big money, no deal in this world. When they pass through the banking system. No big money, no deal in this dunya now. When they pass through the banking system, except it came through blockchain, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not popular in this country, right? So all the money in the way they see, any money where they ship go, where see go Belgium, then go Holland, then go buy the chemical. It goes so, then go buy this. It goes so, then go buy that. Now bank, that through banking system. Then bank here, they all involved here. If them begin conduct certain investigations, then go deep. Then go begin follow the money. Then see who that they send, who that they receive. Why? Then begin investigate. Then they catch all the big money.
Mulku.
We already did.
Oh, okay, Mulku. Thank you so much. Go now for a very short break. After we come back, we'll take on our calls on 079 994 993. Stay with us.
Do you want to be your own boss? Or do you want to add more services to your business? Then look no further, because BNB is here for you.
What do you mean?
With BNB, you can now make money with just your smartphone. With the new revolutionary app, BNB POS, you can do remittance, bill payments, EDSA airtime top-up, and many more. All this from your smartphone, anywhere you want.
This sounds great.
That is not just all. The app also features real-time agent
Epic
rebalancing and reconciliation.
Oh wow. But how can I get the BNB POS and start making my own money?
It's so simple. You can download the application on App Store or Google Play Store. Just search for BNB POS and download. Then call our customer service on 072 500 000, and within a short period of time, our agent will help you for the onboarding process.
Wow, no time to waste. Let me do this right away.
Oh yes, start making money today from anywhere in Sierra Leone. For more inquiries, contact our customer service on 072 500 000. With BNB POS, you shop now your pockets.
Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Listen to we around the world on myepiconline.com, radiogarden.com. We also do live on Choice FM for people within at the eastern part of Freetongue. Of course, we give you the biggest international stories today. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay. Yeah, you name on the side the call from again? Okay, go ahead.
You panelists say, you therefore look at the lifestyle, look at the kind way person they invest, so I pull that money, then you go able to begin to suspect something. Because definitely you don't see what the person is doing, but you can see some kind of investment when the person they make, then there is a disconnect there. Then for Africa unity, one currency, this, that, we're not reach near that side. The mentality, and the mentality goes to pick up of you. Just look at what's around Africa, Sudan, South Sudan, all that side they do. Who send them what they done before we come to one currency? It's unfortunately for.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, mark the date 28th November. Dizzy League is shutting down the FBC and P Theatre with special guest live on stage. Tickets now going for 100 leons and on Maxit. Of course, we know Maxit users can get a discount of just 80 leons. The doors will be open at around 7 p.m. Be there very early. Soba Keba bringing pure excitement your way. Powered by Orange and Orange Money. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mara. Malaika Steve, they call from Scan Drive. Oh.
All right, Malaika, go ahead.
So, well, I go and support Muluku to some extent. For say, outside the resources they can come out, the ordinary people are not can benefit. That's not true. Because of the greed, if you go to Nigeria, check na Lagos, most of the people, in fact, the richest tribe na Lagos na Igbo people. But if you go outside and come out, you see the poor and the faces of the ordinary people. If you check even at the film industry, na the Igbo people and dominate. The outsiders and Yorubas na offices defending. Kana na Salomia, kono outside the talk about. Most of the people, the paramount chief them, na they get money, na kono people them. Most of, if you check the paramount chief them na Salom, na kono people them. Most of them. You check the Sakwis na Tanko, the Kaimachendes na Koilitong. The I call them the Fania na Chombodu. Most of them family and they rich. So now because the big one for grab, they left the poor people then, now they're not the problem. So that side they are support them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 079-994-993. Call inside the program today with a review the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Abakar from Komet.
Bakar, go ahead.
We brought them at the studio, really, we tried. But some of the things that we analyze outside, I think so would expect only thing they need to happen at home. Like you come to the MCC. Why the MCC stuck and stop? God bless the opposition, then they in line for the MCC, be able to win this MCC. What can stop that day? Now due to the election, because when you watch Africa leaders then the portray democracy dey na the Africa country, but also in the proven that election. I didn't test the power of Africa leaders there. So the election will take place is so the issue that make them people here say if they rectify that 84 recommendation of the tripartite, then they help we for let we get the MCC money.
Okay,
so
Baka.
Other thing and they happen. And this thing I stop the MCC, not any other thing. His Excellency the President, if they go and sell out Slent Salon, would expect to get different investors there. Would time power. When His Excellency the President gets so, then what about Yenga? Nothing again. Thank you.
All right. Some comments now on Facebook. Jalo Sanjay saying this guy said the truth. Alhaji saying African Union is a mess to Africans. AU is criticizing what he described as corrupt, greedy, incompetent, and selfish leaders. Them where they run the African Union. Of course, the views of we listeners, viewers, not the views of Epic Radio. 079-994-993. Call inside the program today with a review the biggest international stories of the week. Jalo Sanjay also commenting on Facebook saying, just look at Saudi Arabia with the United States of America. Indeed, moderator, you're 100% correct. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You name and the call from?
Good morning. Now, for content, they call from Upgon.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell you now, thank you, all now the educate we. This Africa, for let them make one currency in West Africa. It's not easy. You don't tell what they talk this talk here for say for. You don't pass over 15 years. What me know? What they say for West Africa for make one currency. Now the money where the country they get. Now the money where they get like country now they make you reserve. But if you not get reserve, I go join. Thank you very much.
Okay, you get Pokutin for talk, but you don't get better to pop. Suba Kaiba bundle na the answer. Dial star 500 # for subscribe to the cheapest voice bundle na Salon. The more you subscribe, the more chance you get for win brand new keke, motorbike, generator, and solar lights them. Don't forget to the code na star 500 #. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
You know where the call from?
Lamin Samuel Koyato.
Lamin, go ahead.
Yeah. There is a popular saying that beggars don't have choice. So I wonder how we could be beggars and then we call for 50-50. you don't go beg somebody say like I assist you for invest. So automatically when the person they come for invest, he just forget 70-80%. They give you the 30. If we want for succeed, we want for benefit from what we get. Let me get people and we in this country where they also invest, especially in the mining sector. Don't pull and foreign people. 2, 3, 4 people and 10, 20 go come together, then get a mining company. Directly the benefit they come to Salone. Because then they cut down force on foreign exchange. The money where them invest to the exchange for going and country there. They put pressure upon the forex. But if now we own a company then with the mine, the forex they can write down because we not get no need for change the money for good water thing.
Labin Samuel, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
079-994-993. Call inside the program today with a review the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning. Anyone inside the call from?
Call from St. John.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you see, Africa, especially these two Africa Union, we blame them. They know they speak with one voice. Like what President Bill now, then at the Security Council, we mean the President of Kenya for such a work with President Bill toward the Security Council so that people present with position paper. But if we the whole President Bill they make a scribe, then for the Africa Union not complemented, it can be difficult and then they have a problem. And one thing where Africa for land, it go to make we light in it. The day where Africa they focus on energy, not on the Western world. We get always it takes towards energy. Now we just will put our the Western world. If they not that 1 hour, you know, most processes where government now right now the focus for you get not I mean say adequate efficiency of life. Not for them to go over. Not because of life. Thank you.
079-994-993. Call inside the show with a review the biggest international stories of the week. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Name inside the call from?
I'm Mr. Way. The call from Allentown.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I know that man will talk for say that we get one Africa. Really fine, but look how long they don't start this. People like Gaddafi and others, they don't start time, will not make. Well, let we get this African country will go there without visa. And at that first they propose before we get one Africa, not to the money. I hope say that will be the first thing. Now that they gonna be tell Gaddafi. Look, all countries free visa before we'll get one Africa unity anyway. Thank you.
All right, I think for West Africa, across West Africa, citizens them way they na any West African country can move freely without a visa, huh? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You know where the call from?
Mina Ahmed J2, and we call from Bo.
Okay, go ahead.
I say kudos to the guys in the studio. That is studio because of this international biggest news.
Yes, Epic Radio.
Epic Radio, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Okay, 079-994-993. Call inside the show today with a review the biggest international stories here on the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You name inside the call from?
Mina Ahmed Zitri, I will call from Bo City.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yes, I say kudos to Munkus Bangura and you, the presenter. I like the project. When I always wet the appetite on the day on Friday. I could always want Friday the reach because I could only listen to international news, but when I wet the appetite on Friday, because the areas not the touch, it really fine. Like what Munkus say, this drug will effect now. What Munkus answer? If we go to the banks, my brother, we'll get the answer. That is clear. Secret not the day. Yeah, okay. What's Munkus say? Let people know me, sir. We know that the country a porous in our hand. Yeah, but what President Bill is time for Sinaya, it's like it don't feel where the international or the Western world is serious as people for sorry for. Yes, we agree. No matter how we do, then at the bigger handset. But then they're looking at a continent war for partner together. Because
okay.
then get something we want. Then we say get something they want. No matter if you help me, but let's see how we move do. It's not going to be 50-50, but if you get 60-40, we'll fine. Yeah. So I thank you very much. You guys keep the good work. Let God bless you, man.
Amen. 079-994-993. Call inside the show. 2 more calls and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and inside the call from.
I'm Henry Wilson. Come on,
Alright, make your contribution.
I agree with Mulku's statement the way they talk about Africa. First of all, the African leaders are hypocrites. They all come together. Africa will be a boom. But the problem here, they are all selfish. They are hypocrites. They have to unite themselves. Then we go organize Africa. Africa is filthy rich. Look at the guy in Burkina Faso, Soroli. What he try to do now? Why do Sierra Leone do that? Why Ghana not go to Why America? Why the continent? Everything in Karangona do. Everything in Karangona do. Look what we want in Naya. Like one thing where they happen in Africa. Even if you travel from here, I mean, if you travel from here to Togo, you spend almost $1,000 if you go buy goods or you come with goods or you come out with goods. So whatever the losses for whether they get the penalty, because they can buy the goods time here. Because for instance, even if you travel inside the country, you want to go from here to Kabbalah, how many thousand you spend for reach like the driver is
okay, thank you.
Checkpoint they all. So the thing starts from the home.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
One last call.
Mulku, you are a great man.
All right, one last call and up of the show, the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. 079-994-993. Call inside the program today with a review the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
You're inside the call from. Again, you say everything?
Program, yeah. A program like where the teach for education. If we want to make Africa grow, just like the last caller would take on. Let all the African leaders they unite. They unite and tie into one and then put one hand together. Even me, I swear to God, Africa will grow. But look the music of the it's too much pressure. Too much. They say too much pressure is too much. They say other people they come up from other countries in the spring, they can't take. Then they go develop their country. If the Africa leaders they unite, it not go be so. It not go be so.
Okay.
So if the thank you very much. We are allowed to talk to the African leaders here. Next person view all the African leaders here. Then they unite, then they catch it to one for develop Africa.
Mulku, we don't get much time inside the show. Very briefly, I mean, lots and lots of compliments from the listeners. The Pan-Africanist Mulku on the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you so much, Usman. I want to say a big thank you to all my listeners, and thank you for all the platitudes. I really appreciate. So I think if I just round up on the comments and statements. As African, as an African, we need to do a lot. Let's start from just a small regional block. Look clear all this German in our road. I mean, not necessary. Yes, we need security, we need border security, but there are ways we can do border security. I don't think we need 50 checkpoints for Komaya, for Guinea, for Komaya, Ghana. That way we will promote trade, easy trade, swift trade.
I don't see the borders them for European Union countries them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some videos where people let it take. I mean Britain. France. Britain. France. The worker just very easily they go inside Britain. They left the border, go to other countries them without anybody even checking.
No other continent, we get so many restrictions. It's very expensive for travel from Salon to South Africa than from Salon to UK. If we mean serious now Africa for really develop, Africa as a continent, we need to remove all them barriers there. Too many barriers. And these barriers actually were put there by our colonial masters. If we really mean serious, let's remove these barriers. I mean, why I need visa for go certain African countries? Like for waiting. Why? Why do I need a visa for go South Africa? Why? Why do I need a visa for go Egypt? Why? Why do I need visa for go for visit certain countries? It doesn't make any sense. If we really willing for and determined for really make Africa become one of the wealthiest continents and promote free trade, let's remove these barriers. That's number one. Number two, why Nigeria get two national switches? We not get now we try for patch we on one national switch. What's it wrong if we you know say UBA now so their major infrastructure in Nigeria. Now the major IT infrastructure is in Nigeria. All the switching and transactions and all that Nigeria did do all that. What's wrong as a nation if we go hooked on Nigeria and platform already? Then why would they reinvent the wheels? Now that's what I'm saying. We're benefiting from CLSG, right? Why would we not get another infrastructure like that, right? Now Nigeria and benefit directly from them, and then we share the cost. That way, you know they reinvent the wheel. You use one resource at the same time. You minimize the cost, and you promote trade, you promote economic development, and you promote what we call One Africa. So for me, that's where I think we need for head for. Thank you so much, and just a shameless plug. I'm going to show every Tuesday, the Talk to M show on Epic Radio 99.3. Please join me this Tuesday 8 p.m. So they go live on my show.
Mulku Bangura, thank you so much.
Thank
Up
you so
next,
much.
we'll get sports and entertainment, plus a review of the biggest national stories of the week by Reginald Brano Jukutu. So until then, I am Usmani Rahima. Take care.
You see block man? You see Jen? You say it waka?
It's Epic Radio.
But this not super kaiba. Look up. This now a brand new keke. Yes, so Boku Super Kaiba them don't boss. Okay, don't pull the door. The mega campaign all over the country.
Epic Radio,
just
99.3.
and buy top up and talk Boku and continue for the talk. Or dial #144# and pay with orange money and stand chance for win. Super prize them every week like Solar Kids, Okada, Generator, and every month one person will win keke. Orange they give you the power for build your life, support your family, and better your community. You self can live this Sober Kaiba life. Orange and orange money, the most rewarding, exciting, and connected brand na salon.
I just wanna live my life, oh yeah, nah. I need my freedom, no network, yeah. I just want me freedom for the words I want for do. I just want me freedom for say what I want for say. I just want me freedom. Oh, I need my space. I just want me freedom from the one with the heads. I just want me freedom. You're gonna make me the big. I just want me freedom. Freedom. For the words I want for do. I just want me freedom. For say what I want for say. I just want me freedom. Oh, I need my space. I just want me freedom from the one with the heads. I just want me freedom. You're gonna make me the big. I just want me freedom. See, I wanna be free from the world. I wanna be free from the hits, the lies, the una all. I don't want to be free from the law. I want to be the best, the highest, and I talk una all. Man, they want chase me, but they bitch gone. The one who want hits, we no go live long. Take cat house, RFM, LA. No network for the one, no delay. When the youths money, that's in LA. When they take that truth, you that's in LA. Where I change sound of music, you're not in LA. Where I make great sell, you're not in LA. What this one is coming to? What direction we going to? What this one is coming to? At the big go. I just want me freedom for the words I want for you. I just want me freedom for the words I want for say. I just want me freedom. Oh, I need my space. I just want me freedom from the one with the heads.
Good morning and welcome to Friday Sports Update. Let's start off with athletics with Nigeria. Well, Nigeria makes some significant progress, especially in the women's race. So the Nigeria women's team made on storm victory in the women's 4x100 meter, where then claimed the nation first athletic gold. Now the games with one brilliant 44.27 seconds performance, and this currently they happen inside Turkey, and it's a significant achievement for the Nigerian women's athletics team. So the full fixtures don't come out for the FIFA World Cup playoffs. So for we on giants, well, I have to describe them as giants currently. We're going to make Africa get 10 slots, that is DRC. So the winner between New Caledonia go play. The winner between New Caledonia and Jamaica go play against DR Congo, and the winner between Bolivia and Tsunami and Iraq as well. They in the World Cup playoff. So we wish DR Congo all the best. And inside the CAF Awards, so Morocco don't be named as the national team of the year after their brilliant performance, and is the U20 will make them win this award. And Arsenal defender Christian Mosquera then be captain Spain under 21 as they may win against Romania. And finally, Bukayo Saka really closing for extending stay at Arsenal to 2030. For this morning, all this will bring to you inside Sports Update.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press.
Guinness in on time and Dogo clean. Hello, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show review segment where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We say most of the live on Facebook on we Epic Radio 99.3 FM Facebook page. We say most of the live on Choice FM for the one within the eastern part of the country. We live on we website and also the live on Radio Garden. Me ready bring the program to you this morning. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. And for can help me review the biggest local stories of the week in Sierra Leone, I get currently Mohamed Kamara, a veteran journalist. They join me for the very first time for a review now the Epic Morning Show, and also Mohamed Toby Kagbo there with me also for review the front pages of various newspapers. Whilst we expect Alaji Aruna Sani as well for join me for review the biggest stories them of the week. Good morning, gentlemen. It's a pleasure for getting another studio. Let's start with two
Good morning, listeners. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure indeed. Mohamed Toby Kagbo, good morning.
Good morning again.
Yes.
And welcome to the review segment.
It's TGIF indeed. Thank God it's Friday, like you normally can say. So without wasting any time, let's go quickly to the review of the various newspapers. Me first speak here this morning at the Premier News newspaper publication. We get visually impaired push for inclusion. And also we have Sierra Leone validate first open source software policy. Another top story reads here, WHO commits $1 million United States dollars as a loan strengthening drive to eliminate cervical cancer. And also on the front page of the Premier News newspaper this morning, we do have 1 million girls targeted in HPV vaccination campaign. Speaker Thomas leads Parliament in celebrating World Children's Day. And finally, Sierra Leone law firm reached settlement over 8 million legal tabs. All of these stories and more than at the front page of the Premier News newspaper.
Before speak this morning, will be the Standard Times newspaper, where you get some interesting stories. And the first one say government clears Tertiary Education Commission chairman after investigation into staff petition transporting cocaine. Liberian National Jail 20 years. Mysterious fire interrupting High Court judge's residence. So these are all interesting stories you can find in front of the Standard Times newspaper.
Away from the Standard Times newspaper, with me here, I get the Awoko newspaper publication. This morning, we got a big banner headline at the Awoko newspaper. Governor Stevens wrap up Kenema walking visit. Leadership rooted in trust. And also, we have here Parliament vow action as Chilean demand their rights. PAC recover over 2 million won cancel over revenue failure and faulty financial system. Plus, join the conversation, Power and Agodegi, a ceremonial reflection on the paradox of politics in Sierra Leone. All of them stories are so they in the Awoko newspaper this morning.
The final pick this morning, the Satellite newspaper, where also they read that as Liberian delegation jets in, MRU Security Corporation a priority. VP Julie Jallo made in front of the banner, and of course Speaker Thomas celebrates World Children's Day in Parliament. So these are all interesting stories, like as you can find again in front of the Satellite newspaper.
And my final pick this morning at the Concord Times newspaper publication this morning. Top story reads here, police inspector arrested with 150 packets of tramadol. We also do have at transport sector retreat, SLRSA board secretary highlight achievements and challenges. Liberian women sentenced to 20 years for trafficking cocaine. And we do have as well on the front page of the Concord Times, from vision to victory, Kurma and Bangura shared winning DNA. All of them stories here, so and more than at the front page of the Concord Times newspaper publication. Well, these are the stories of the various newspapers here this morning, and thank you very much indeed to Mohamed Tobi Kagbo, who helped me for review the various top stories where the newspaper and the reports this Friday, 21st November 2025. And now we want to quickly look at the topics that we can discuss this morning. We have a very interesting topic here. So the first one is the MCC Compact Scorecard. With now the details inside, with now some of the things that we highlight, we will review them this morning. And also we do have PPRC find the main opposition APC over 100,000 with 14 days ultimatum to pay. The total fine is 120,000 new loans for one statement where an APC chairperson Afalaba district Lahai Marabi make. And also Parliament will order further review of mobile data charges by Orange and Afis will review them as well. And finally, Zambia woman will then be alleged caught with smuggling cocaine at the Freetown International Airport. These are the stories that we are going to deliberate on here this morning from Mohamed. Indeed, why should we expect Alhaji Haruna Sani for joining me? Let's start the ball rolling, and we'll start off with the MCC scorecard. So 2 new indicators then be added into the scorecard. Last year we've been at 20 indicators. This year we have 22 indicators. Out of those 22 indicators, we just passed 9 and fail the remaining 13 indicators and all. I know so you don't go through the MCC scorecard, the MCC compact scorecard and all. What now be your things that we pick out from the scorecard? Do you think we should be impressed with the the indicators that will pass or not? Let me get you on this one.
Thank you very much. We live in a democracy, right? I don't believe that where I belong is the media, right? I'm a trust of the people. I just want to say something about this 97% in terms of the freedom of expression we scored. For other factors, I come to that later. We get to understand ourselves. Are really people free to say what they want to say in Sierra Leone? Or are they feared?
I go appreciate if you break and down for we listen at them.
What I mean, we get to ask ourselves, if freedom of speech doesn't really exist,
okay,
it doesn't exist, or are people are get the board malice, we will say they fear to express themselves.
Okay.
When most of these international organizations make their own calculations, they get their own characteristics and criteria when you look at from a Western point of view. I do appreciate, you say 97%. So what do you mean stand
for? The question is on 97%?
Yeah, sure. That was what was scored.
Okay. And I say you get question mark for that percentage we then give you.
I just want to say something.
Okay,
I just want to say something.
Go ahead, sorry.
Particular reference to the media guys. We have 3 types of journalism we practice here. The conventional journalist. What do you say now? They write. The radical, objective, skeptical, and very critical, right? And you get those promotional journalists, they will be to say, and the sports wise and all that. One effect will get comparatively to the days when we're coming back. The 17 years of rule in this country, which I can still even get, there was no freedom of expression or speech, right? So what happened? I was working, I've been working with the tablet newspaper. We fought for it. We scored it. And we advocated for a multi-party system. That was an indication of fighting for freedom of expression at a time when it was nowhere to be found. What did happen now? I want let the media make use of this freedom of expression comprehensively, right? Impartially, right? What do you do? We're free for talk. We're free for right? But are we really on the right track? What did the public expect the media for do? This is my preoccupation, right? I'll tell you this. I know they promote a politician because he made a promise. No. I look critically at the promise he made and comparatively whether it will work. There's me. And then they say, because you do 1 billion euros gesture today, all along, you got to do it, and I talk to you get a particular bushel with a rifle. I'm not in for that. And you look critically, or where the money where they give, it's not because you want something, and when you want something, you go show us another color with like a chameleon, right? You know why? The state of poverty, the state of the media poverty, actually hamper with freedom of expression, right? Some guys would not like to do that, but you do that because they get some financial costs. Right, what they get for pay production and all that and maintain the cost of their institutions, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to freedom of expression, we live at a very critical moment. The 2 political parties are always at odds. The 14 minority parties here will get the endowment. In fact, the independents and submissive to the cause, right? To either of the 2 political parties there, right?
Okay.
What should the media do now that we get the freedom of expression and we have to do it because we are trustees of the people? Right? May, and they ask to accompany them. Right? Whether aspirant for the APC or aspirant for the SLPP, that is not the question. Right? Then get the constitutional right as paid up members of these political parties for vying for any political position. Right? But sometimes, we the media, get for be very critical of what we promote them for. Because people are not there for so many years in this country, with the same rhetorics them, with the same versions, with the same theories them, with the same speeches them. Salute today. there is a vacuum.
So generally, wait now you don't take home from this report, this scorecard. I mean, is it something that we passed, or you think say we fail? We fail.
I think when you look
for
at
the financial year 2026.
I want for the what?
2026, 2025, 2026, the financial year.
I want to tell you some of the factors that we be to say we succeeded in some. Some we didn't succeed, not because that was not the will, but the will in caution was interrupted by quite a lot of factors that will stagnate the system.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. We're talking about patriotism and nationalism. Me, I advise you, if you may contest for a given political position, if you win me, what should I do? I sit on circle, I take note of what you do, right? When I don't take them, come 6 months more for a given election, I begin come on board. But there are some criticisms where they go on when you're comprehensive to me years of experience in journalism, right? There are some. For example, there is no appreciation between the two political parties in this country. I'll tell you this, look at them. If the APC comes to power, the SLPP party will hardly express appreciation of whatever they do. Vice versa. The SLPP is an incumbent government. The APC will never appreciate of what they're doing. So who are the mediators? Who are the trustees of the people? Now we, right? What do we do? Don't give a damn. Remember, in text, you're neither an SLPP nor an APC. You are a journalist. You should be independent, right? What are you going to do? Your caution for is to make comparisons where they are due and give the correct figure to the general public. I'll do it. I'm very critical of whatever they do, right? I'm with them. I should be with them because I'm a trust of the people. But I don't go over the mandates. I know what they do. So this is how the consumer people in the media say. No matter whether the two conflicting political parties say, let's look back, they're always like that. They were meant to do that. They are rivals, but we in the media are very critical for what they do and give a comprehensive to the general public.
All right, let's move to another story quickly, which has to deal with the the meeting where Parliament will get with the two key mobile operators them in the country, Africell and that of Orange, Salone and all. Well, we understand, of course, there was a data where them in discontinue, which is the 60 leons weekly data package, where the two network them in discontinue according to them and say, one, the service very, very slow, and then two, then say now just 3% of the total population now in they use that data and then they make profit at the end of the day for man, so they may get for discontinue where we left the people there with only the 100 leons weekly package and other bundles them up package where we did as well. And this may make Parliament been call them first and say, well, they go now 24 hours for go and go reverse and back to how we been there. Now the mobile network operators then back may say, okay, we want for come in dialogue. So Parliament been give them an ultimatum where they no be don't obey. Later then get dialogue. Parliament call them back, and now Parliament don't go tell them say they need for reintroduce another packages where if not go be the same but go substitute the 60 leons weekly bundle where them be the give out there. So this has been the issue, and all will come to a statement we want CSO make. That will be maybe as we continue conversation. But do you think the fact that Parliament ordered them for go reintroduce the service where them don't discontinue and then not do them, and now Parliament is giving them another option, does that show in any way that these mobile companies are more mightier than the Parliament of Sierra Leone? Let's just examine these two and see how we can before get something out of it.
It's business. It's business, right? When I talk about business, I don't talk of mobile companies, I don't talk of Parliament. I talk independently on my own. Business getting technicalities then. When you force somebody to do something, right? All right. Now, there was a time here when a CSO protested. Orange is owned by the French. Who owns Africell? Right? Whatever happens, when a mobile company can contribute operate, the government of the day, therefore, shall say that investment packed when they sign, right? it look much more further for the future consequences them than just happen now and take action now. And they come. Now we appreciate the mobile companies, their appreciation too, their contribution towards the socio-economic development of this country, whether at national level or at individual level, in particular the media, right? And they come. That doesn't mean us to be partial. But certain issues them, you get for give more lengthy time. They may be technical in nature, right? And you get for coax them. Look, let me tell you the reason why. You get quite a lot of share mobile companies who one kind of salon to so, and they've been coming quite a lot of them to so. If Parliament gives a sanction or ultimatum to them, let us see what will be the consequences aftermath. Because this is not the first time. And it ain't going to be the second time. And the journalist in question is not technically advanced for give judgment to the issue. You get for be very critical when you talk on these issues. Let us wait for the aftermath of it, then we can get much more deeper. Because what I heard, in the last press briefing, according to the Minister of Basic and Information and Civic Education, the mobile companies they give their own technical version. Whether Parliament take this technical version into consideration or not, on behalf of the people's will, I think negotiations continue. So I mean, let me just look outside the world how they end up.
All right. So for now, you no want for go any way further in this conversation. And
this conversation, we have to be very, very skeptical.
Why do we have to be very skeptical or critical about it?
We don't have to. I don't get to agree with either of the two.
Okay.
Neither Parliament
nor the mobile operators. What about NATCA in this, the third party?
What?
NATCA as well, where they regulate the mobile companies.
I don't agree with institutional policies there. I get a lot of factors or criteria they want to take into consideration from the socio-economic sustainability of the average civilian to what they talk. You understand, sir?
I get you.
Okay. Now, we don't get a thing where people say it concerns financial spendings. We know say most of this hike probably they contribute to quite a lot of people than domestic income, right? And they bring about instability in domestic management, right? So what they should they do? My brother, if we can give them time as journalists, they must reach a pact where people say it go quite in the situation.
All right. Before we continue, quickly I'll take this message from Orange. Where the message is say you get Boku team for talk, but you not get better to pop. Sobakaiba bundle na the answer. Dial star 500 for subscribe to the cheapest voice bundle na salon. The more you subscribe, the more chance you get for win brand new motorbike, generator, and solar lights them. Don't forget to the code na star 500#. This message will come out from Orange Mobile Companies, and of course, so make use of the Sobakaiba and see how you self can be one of the lucky winner them. We go win either of the prizes that we then get the motorbikes, the keke, or the solar lights. Let's continue with our conversation with us before we take the last one, and then we go open the phone. I still expect Alhaji Haruna Sani for joining me in the program this morning. It has to do with the Zambian national way them be intercept now the Freetown International Airport with an alleged cocaine way them being seized from them, and then the security apparatus every day, the ONS, police, and other airport security staff them being asked them some question them. And listening to the woman, he talked to Born to Blog, one blog inside. He say the things same way he received now from one South African woman and get for go left farm and not been checked and all of the other stuff. And since that, we've not had as to what has been the next move and all. Just reading one of the papers today, we see a Liberian woman was sentenced to 20 years for trafficking cocaine. It's on the front page of Concord Time, and this was also an incident where occurred during the course of this week as well. I should say you go hear about that incident that will happen at the Freetown International Airport, where get so involved in a Zambian national where they allegedly catch with the smuggle cocaine into the country.
She's unfortunate, right?
Say again?
She's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You don't get luck.
Why you say not get luck?
Because at the very Freetown International Airport, sometimes ago, they arrested 3 workers who been collaborating with these people who bring out of this country. Let me tell you, they will keep on arresting people who take out drug. Now, let me tell you where we are. You know, say we will still wait for America for them to lift the ban.
The ban on what?
The ban on visa ban.
Okay, visa ban. Okay.
You know, say this lift or not lift the ban, then cocaine, then scandal say all don't hamper, right, with international image.
With reputation.
With reputation. It don't damage with national integrity. Most of Sierra Leoneans, so the way they buy, not only to the states or other countries, therefore go, even because they refuse to give them visa. Right? What should we do? In the question. Let me tell you about my experience about all this. Drug, the one they bring are just retailers, my brother. They are just petty traders. The problem we get now, Sierra Leone, is how best we go able to break down the supply chain. Right? The supply chain is a huge chain. We're composed of billions of dollars. Then they can penetrate into any country, put anybody, and one thing why they tell people that, if we want to address this drug issue, there is an attitude where people do not still admire it. My brother, love will say, drug not get any political color. Drug not get no ethnic color. Drug not get no sectional color. Drug not get no regional color. Drug not get no religious color. Right? Talk about yourself, not talk about the other one because they are the same thing. Party, the same ethnic group. No. This is money business. Money business, you get ego temptations them. Right? Where you demoralize your morals them. Right? Sometimes they say, take this, and they give you this, they take them. They forget to them for them until they land in trouble. So what should we do? One thing women they always criticize, right? When they are the opposition, they blame the government they blame the opposition. I laugh. You know why? This is a collective fight. We don't forget pointers them. Let me tell you where I wish. Mohammed Kamani, they tell you so. Me what I want, make all the members of parliament, make all the political appointees then contribute half of their monthly salary, then forgive to them places they would then put for men them boy will take kush.
The absence are there.
Yeah. That is what we call patriotism and nationalism. And they come. Before you go too far, we know say now elect conventions in the camp for both political parties them. People in the dash hundreds of millions them, hundreds billions them. Why can't they dash their institutions where they care for them people for make them go able to feed? Because when they mention somebody feed them. And so it is very common. Drug business, everybody own business. Let us stop for politicizing them. Let each and every one of us committed to it for the lives of the way we kill them. But look, this woman don't get you out 20 cocaine. What did happen at Liberian border? What did happen at that Gambian border? What did happen at that container where the Port Authority drugs say now empty container? Nigeria says not empty. These are critical issues for talk about. And I wish
how do you clean up this mess we're currently within?
The only way to clean up this mess, federalization go solve all the problem. You can just somebody 100 years more are waiting to do it, the same thing they want to do because it's money business. I want to get this clear. You fail.
So in other words, sentencing them to prison is not the case here. It's not
a solution. How many times you not sentence people for murder? Case that is going to so robbery, it's sentencing the murder case that happened to so. How many times more you know sentence people for drug, narcotics and all that that happened to so?
Okay.
It's going to be a continuous business. What they do? What we do? Stop pointing fingers at each other. Let us try to break it down.
Is that what you have been doing? Is that what you have been doing in your opinion? We don't point finger rather than forgetting about the real threat we did before. We just talk about the bad reputation way they give the country, particularly in the international skin. You know. There was a drug bill on the last day with them pointing.
I'll tell you something. People don't know. The U.S. government is there. They get the intelligence service now. Any embassy get the intelligence service. Anything happen to social media or traditional media or whatnot, then they take note of them. Now the more they think they become serious every day. You understand? Because there are no indicators that say don't listen. Every day they get more and more arrest them. So Sierra Leone now waiting. Now an open place will bring drugs they come. Who are they take them? Let me tell you, before them people let them come, then get the insiders them. Excuse me. Before they come, then get the insiders them. So let me tell you, me a guy they come to pointing fingers at the police. If you point at the police, point at the journalists, point at the ministers, point at you know what people don't understand? Somebody in your behavior, somebody in your conduct, is responsible for that, but also the institution we employ. And they come. When they play somebody in Epic, you get any detonator for noting in your mind?
No.
You don't get her. You don't plan because you feel to say fit for the job. So when you commit, you take responsibility of yourself. It's a police, but don't say all the police them. No. That policeman who the whole. Now you take the blame. But also the institution. Because after you go all the way around, the police equality do a commendable job for save your life. So when they categorize everything, that's what people talk. Journalists they help we. Journalists they're too pro system. They don't know say some can do. We are not denying, but to all some are critical, some are objective, some are compromising. It's everywhere. It's a question of human behavior. So let we stop for point answer people them. Let we try for strategize ways and means them. For let we all come together. Let we fight against this drug business that we own country. And I tell you a mistake what they do.
Yeah.
Mr. Sir, I listened to somebody who talk about drug. You didn't play paramount chief. We left the tribal headman in this country. You excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You don't go and play paramount chief with the upline. Where people say the intake is small. You left the tribal headman within this capital. Where people say any tribal headman for the 16 tribes in this country, each tribal headman gets about 500 section chiefs them. Right? You don't go to succeed and fight against what this without you don't play the religious groups them. Left us inside the religious council. No, that is not it. Look like the United Council of Imams, they get about 69,000 over imams them. Look like the Council of Churches, they get their own registered pastors them. If they keep on preaching this in mosque and church them, then people they can go to mention to their own family. Maybe there will be success. You don't go able to do that without you don't engage with tribal headmen them. The tribal headmen contributed a lot now towards the August 10 to God all that will be happen. They went to the communities and preached against violence. So why you go left them for campaign?
All right. Thank you very much. We'll take a final story and then we go open the phone line. The Political Party Registration Commission (PPRC) be sanctioned or fined the main opposition APC the sum of 120,000 new loans, which is 120 million old loans, for a statement where one of the member make when Honorable Lahai Mara, when the chairperson for the Falaba district APC wing, the chairperson for that district. And PPRC deem in statement for be an incendiary statement where make them find them. Now the opposition self don't respond, APC don't respond, don't say PPRC not go through the due process, and then say they not go pay the money, but PPRC for go through the right channel before they strike the fine. And also this is the case now that we find ourselves. There was a crucial meeting held between the Political Party Registration Commission, PPRC, and the two major political parties in the country, the Sierra Leone People's Party, when at the ruling, and the opposition All People's Congress. On that crucial meeting, according to PPRC, then said then two political parties also signed a document that then go disease or make some hate speech or political rhetorics and where they cause threats and where they threaten the peace and stability where we enjoy NASA alone. So after they don't make that statement, the PPRC say, now in APC go do this one, we make them slash the heavy fine on them as well. Let's discuss about this quickly.
Thank you very much. I wish not too quickly. I wish you could give me time for the
yes, go ahead.
Me, everybody knows I'm a critic of the PPRC. One, if you take from David Blah during Kamarimba in time, they not act for justice. They never allow Kamarimba sack David Blah. Two, if you look at the PDP, where Mohamed Bongoran kidnapped, then you look say that I'm a critic of the PPRC.
Yes, go ahead.
You find out for say a case where don't go 2013. Now PPRC no able to solve them, but also I'm someone and your case come rapidly solve them. Not to that PPRC 44. And they come. Three, if you look, media always talk say I'm very skeptical say this tripartite will work. So then I went to the post office in the morning as an editor. I saw one paper saying Kefala Marasi and people want to deal with the elections. This the number for even all unity party because we know them from Bitumani 1, 2, 3 that these two particular parties are rivals. All things they tell for making them gain more grounds on the ground. Look, let me tell you something about the PPRC. Ask yourself. Are you a Democrat? Are you a patriot? Are you a nationalist? Me, they tell you I'm one of them because I serve the people, not of the two political parties. Why the PPRC no reverse back the starter with this SLPP chairman? Let me come into the conflict with the other man get. Try they say this. SLPP chairman give in defense, so. Why you talk out so?
Yeah.
Okay, everything died out so. Now another case will happen back there for about. What do you mean they talk? These two political parties, unfortunately, will not get a third force party in this country. Sam Sumana failed us, Ghana Yom Kela failed us.
And Charles Magai.
Failed us. So there are two political parties there. There is someone responsible for what you talk so today say. That MCC with itself, it not will go well because every time this, we are tired. What you want to see, tranquility, cool, quietness, and development goes on. Look, I'll tell you this. That money business day. You go to one APC flag bearer and also get more than that for pay. Not so.
120 million.
Yeah, you get a multi-pass for pay also. Because you don't think the aspect that the community is not so. But there is a problem. There is a problem. There are lots of suspicions.
Okay.
Me, I tell you from the days of from the days of this wouldn't transfer. To the ECSL. When I saw 11 political parties then plus them protesting against our appointment, I know the dirty games at the PPRC.
Then protest against our appointment?
An appointment to the ECSL.
Okay.
I know the dirty games at the PPRC and I stand for defender even at the BBC or Radio France International. You know why?
Okay.
It shouldn't be. I've been to many countries
of the world. So Africa have not been doing an impressive job at the PPRC.
I've been into many countries of the world. If we will take PPRC into consideration, most of these people have been transferred elsewhere. Not over there under. You understand? What do you want for be a real PPRC man left legacy? Try and make an impact out. Just be justful in anything you do. Right? May I tell you say?
Have you not been justful?
No, I get indicators of the sort. Let them go back to the class. Until, how could you allow Mohamed Bangura not being a registered member of the PDP, never in the registry, he can't post without consultation of the youth? Are you PPRC, man? As communication, they go to an radio, they go support her. Is that democracy? Tell me where.
Which one of these PPRC somebody, the communications person?
Yeah, Momo.
Lucian.
Yeah. How could it, look, democracy is very hard for define. I will get for stand firm for defender. May I tell you, say, ain't one no PPRC do. We go up the constitution, we go up their mandate, I talk her. Because it was mandated by Parliament. So we find out say the PPRC today is the APC. Tomorrow it will be a PPRC against the SLPP interest. It will be a PPRC against another minority political party's interest.
Are you seeing the double standard?
Sure. Double standard again indicators them.
Okay.
How could you get all be the Secretary General of a given political party? The right chief will attend a meeting at Bo. You go to Bo, you said you representative. PPRC President Oludevi said somebody said, no, I don't recognize you. Now this man now will recognize you. I mean, look, let me tell you. PDP don't write a letter to His Excellency President Barabio for look very seriously into the operations of the PPRC.
Okay.
Not to them, not to the politicians defend themselves. PPRC will make politicians and fed innocently because it's supportive of one side or another. Short-term institution will be impartial 100%, just like the ECSL.
Okay.
And now we get electoral, what they call electoral justice. That is passed. Another election they come 2028. But I tell you, until we put all these modalities in place, tripartite expectations will never come into being. We don't begin to see indicators them. We don't begin to see indicators. What should we do?
Is this a proactive measure? Finding the main opposition 120 million Oleans. For a statement where they make, does that in any way send a very clear message that we don't ready now for take action against any political party where they fall short? I'm just asking a question. Why you laugh?
You know why I laugh? You say, well, if you're saying they're not ready now, forgive me, pardon me, and excuse me for the past, we also make errors them and accept. Right? Before we were feeble, but now we don't ready for them. And believe whether APC or SLPP, we're ready to execute the mandate. That's okay, I'll accept. But what I tell you, yes, I accept. Yes, I'll agree with you. But then also we are watching them.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, before I open the phone line, let's take this last message as well from Orange. My name now, of course, Mohamed Kamar. Thank you so much. And an editor for the Watch Humanity newspaper radio to now the studio quickly. So we'll take this message from Orange as well. So ladies and gentlemen, mark the date, the 28th November. The Gizi League is shutting down the FBC Amphitheater with special guests live on stage. Tickets go for 100 leones, but Maxit users get a discount of 80 leones only. Doors open at 7 p.m. Be there early. Orange Soba Kaiba bring pure excitement your way, powered by Orange and Orange Money. All right, that's the message. Let's go and pick the very first lucky caller of the program this morning. Please keep a 1 minute where they make you contribution. Let's go and pick the very first lucky caller. Hello, good morning. Name aside the call you from. Yeah, boy.
The push not of victims, now addicts and lawbreakers. So now two-pronged approach. Even as with the case you want the way they bring the push guy inside, let also the pushman them serve the penalty under the law. And why they serve them? Let them train them in skills. So that they go plant, so that they go eat good food and develop themselves. And part of the process is for the next in them. But for saying a rehabilitation center number will be great. First of all, they will scholarship. People picking at the past good ones, but they don't get scholarship. So they are addicts. That's how they call them. And lawbreakers. They are laws they are broken. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 079994993. The number we self can call and be part of the program. 079994993. Let's pick another call this morning. Hello. 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 I'm afraid we'll take another call. 079994993. You still listen to the Epic Morning Show review segment, and we review the biggest stories of the week in Sierra Leone. May they make it reach you. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sawyer. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is again Abakar from Fome.
Yes, Bakar, go ahead and make your contribution.
Always try to see if somebody we get to be really analyze, they do well. You know, they try. But one thing we always see, if the APC as a party, they accept the thing where they happened to them 2023, where they rig that election, where they come up with recommendation, they win 84 recommendation of the tripartite. Believe we get clause where regulate PPRC and how and when PPRC for day where they will be independent. Take to neck, take to everybody where them place will be independent. One thing I want to know, Regina, the president now appoint the head of PPRC. The president now appoint all them different side of it. How the people are independent? Where the president now give them job. So at the end of the day, that this thing they go on. The APC they use the corruption way for let them behave by one after the APC. Why the APC not they focus on the tripartite? For let me you to get a law where we go vote tomorrow, we all go lay down with the sleep and the country vote. And then things are all go on. Why the APC not pay attention there?
All right, thank you.
Now this they don't begin to them. And at the right thing to just do the do they on to them. Now so them do 2023. They come with laws them.
Thank you so much, Bakar. Please, you don't pass the 1 minute. 079994993. That's the number where you self can call and be part of the program. We'll take another caller quickly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
Yes.
Lamin Samora.
Yes, Lamin Samora. Go ahead.
They say come event.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. They say come events they cast their shadows.
Okay.
According to Chini Achebe, things
Yeah.
fall apart. And so the PPRC, the way they not start and so it means they want to then get plan of pressure APC 2028. Then we find pressure upon them and they say something not take them. Then we end up with them for the 2028 elections. Then we mark them, you know. And for this investments in this country, I believe say before the lay premises for people
Okay.
for the can do thing.
Speak a little bit louder, please. Yeah.
The final they do one for ourselves before that people in the one. Let me learn for do things on you. We learn first for do something for you. They do according to what you want, and it will be a lot of pressure for you. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, Lamin Samoa, we know they get you clear. 0799994. Please wait the call. We talk loud, so we'll get you. Yeah. Hello. Yes. Yeah, Bumper. Go ahead.
I want to tell Mr. Kamara saying, I'm a big brother. We need to blame Parliament because they day for regulate and monitor the institution in the NATCA go refer to Parliament. So if we know all Parliament accountable, what if you see institution and go all now? And now they represent we now remember they did it. And I want to let again let insect no see let we ask Parliament, let African let orange, even to what you said. That satellite then they use. Why make them not for they use the fiber? If we start for use fiber, all them calls then drop calls there, if they don't. Because fiber still they ever dry. The fiber there, if you operate, why make them people on a satellite that they use? I mean, say we need for ask for Parliament, why make them we need for they get then kind of communication where official we talking no for drops there because the fiber there. Why would they see them people that they make good use of our head? A satellite they use, and satellite they can get drop of calls, so many of them things. Now you come to the issue of push. We go say kudos to the police. We need to support the police. Seriously, because if me and you not give the information, I feel say them go able to track people them. And forget them people there. Now me you sabi because now me you dey na the area. Now me we want say for stay with the G president view say a clarion call. That is this crucial. Let it try for to say call the councillors there and the MP them address the local and let's be do towards that Ebola. Then go back to the chiefs them. Not I mean call the chiefs them. Then again it come back to the religious leader. Engage them. Send them say and if you see the chiefs from network. Toward the chiefdom, toward the this thing, if they don't, what them you need to engage them as a team.
Thank you. 079994993. We'll take a few more calls and wrap up the program this morning. 079994993. Now the number we Chef King add the voice to the conversation here this morning. Let's pick more calls. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Regina.
Yes, Malaika. Scan drive.
God bless.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, why we fail 14 out of 22 salon? Well, and I believe Sierra Leone as a whole and then the government as the lead, we're supposed to go back to the assignment. You know, but take the mortality rate, we need a push for safe childbirth. You know, but let me check. According to the manifesto, where the government been produced, then say to any village, now the chiefdoms, any 5 miles to a village, then they put PHU where they call on our land book say na peripheral health unit, which I woman and they go born. But let me check. How much PHUs to get na the chiefdoms? Recently, I believe, say His Excellency the President will launch one na Pujem. So this is not the problem. We'll not get the facilities. You know, let us try go back and create them facilities, and they will be promised so that the death of children way at birth not go high. So we'll get some right from there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Malaika. We take a few more calls, possibly 3 more, and then we wrap up the program. 079994993. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
I'm inside at the call.
Yes, go inside.
During the CPTRC, my institution, where every government they use as a gateway for block all other political party them, just for the interest of the ruling party. As the days of Unity Party, I'm not seeing no reason you allow REF people to take part in the elections. Clarion School, you say no, give some simple excuses why that money not qualify for take part. Just because what's in the media, look at internet, if then they will draw Kandi Umkelaka on board, then reduce party like a Unity Party, then they vote and they go reduce. That was the intention. But the institution are the same thing. You take person like a Loti Mohammed you talk. You take person like a Mohammed Bangura, we don't declare it elect APC. Then you ready for going on that. You take a care of America, they go waste the people's money just for set club and no more between them party. Samuel Kamara get case, we take it in no ruling. Then no thing Samuel Kamara do and then pronounce electoral justice, we they end up with give peace to this country because of the government filtering and satisfy what the money do. However, nobody knows stop that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Said. 0799949993. Two more calls and then we wrap up. After this, I'll take one more call and then we wrap up. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Glad you go on this program and a nice program. I like the program.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
For the quiz issue.
Hello.
From the root cause. And government wasting money for build censor them for them. Now waste of money. They then put that money in agriculture. They then boy go work na farm. It should solve the problem. When I don't have any visions on type of smoke. Governments or whoever is supporting the centers then would have put that money in agriculture. Let them make farms. Then they go there for work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 079994993. Let's take one more call and then we basically wrap up the program. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Salam Sharif.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
We talk inside to this push business, right? The policeman don't do well, but he left the witness. Understand? Each member in this community, they could give information to the people. People then really they condone people who they sell Latin, they know them, but they don't know. Secondly, the government, right? They talk do bad, right? And people and they own a big team where they smoke that in the like so they get saw and then now they fend them for themselves. If I for long talk the truth, I ain't got one. The only children for try for whosoever, them so put to the domain for serve the percussion. Then that means they for try for punish them. So next time you don't go do them again because you don't go see fire, you go put your hand. You understand? If you put your hand, you don't you. That's what you mean. So therefore, then the government all the waste resources for they go pushing them. Tell them make this place for them for give them that. Others them will say they want the opportunity, they go already smoke. So therefore, when they go let them know say as long as they come yonder, they go carry them go let them go now he might or whatever place they carry them go let them go do for the result of that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I think I don't take any more calls again. That can to Mohammed Kamara now for respond to the various scholars. There many final word as well.
The most interesting that you have about the Kush, where's the thing they go to farm? It isn't the physical well-to-do. Then they meant the force. But one thing when you talk, the government of the day, any other government, as long as they're in power, they get to take care of the lives of the bad and the good. So the government responsibility for taking care of the Kush for them. Now, a unique obligation where any government and any democratic country get, they just can't leave them that way. Then, my only last word we say, Bodia, let us minimize the rate of politicization in this country. Let us stop pointing hands with people say, I mean, let us learn for engage because me, I the focus say, my brother, it's a pity say in a country like this, so small like that. But the type of peace and national cohesion when they talk about, I hardly see visions of results. Because it's always the same thing. Everybody after God in a state house, after God in a parliament, after God in a city council. Then people that get money, they want to invest time for create opportunities for the young people for work. And now we know say, mine get 500 million. And now we know say, mine get 1 billion. Now they consume me, but they will get money, then they invest elsewhere for raise employment. Because the government cannot do it alone. Because they graduate and colleges and universities they not get. Now create opportunities for let them work, rather with the all table more. That's what they put up so we get money.
Thank you very much. In name Mohammed Kamara, editor for the Watch Humanity newspaper. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning for make we review the biggest local stories of the week. Thanks to all you and as well. We take the time for call and send a message inside the program this morning. Thanks to DJ Country Buju. We give you technical support. Thanks to Abubakar Bindu and so say we make now watch we live on Facebook and also the producers Fatma Tamisi Lebi and of course Regina Brano Jukutusa, executive producer na Teresa Julia Thomas. Well, we make the program come to you this morning. My name na Reginald Brian Ojukutuswa, they say, do have yourself a lovely and a wonderful weekend. Stay out of trouble and enjoy your weekend. Till we join you again Monday for the Epic Morning Show. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.